You can never think of individuals that have run with the MCing and Hypeman space without including my guest for today. He is part of persons that have given this industry a facelift and has made it more attractive. Today, he and his team are part of the entertainment space that fans always keep looking forward to at events and so on. I could go on and on and on with my guest, but let's take a quick breather. When we come back, I have more for you on this edition of Talkertainment with me, your host, Elsie Lamar. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And we are back from that quick break. If you just joined us, you're watching Talkertainment right here on GhanaWeb TV. And I'm with, because we just started, Kojo Manuel with the slogan, "Are you mad?"
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
You're looking fly.
Thank you. You too. You're black.
Yeah,
and the
black everywhere, you know.
I'm feeling the sneakers.
My Bronya sneaker. You know, every December, I buy something for myself.
Okay.
Because I feel like I stress too much.
Yes.
So I do it. Like, I actually do it every year. I'll buy something for myself.
It's well deserved.
Yeah. I'll buy for myself.
But where did you churn out that slogan from though?
Oh, it's good that we are actually filming our front back because this is the birthplace of the "Are You Mad" slogan. And big shout out to Nanaya. He was part of it, and because he's here, if I don't mention his name, trouble. But exactly what happened was, and it breaks my heart because I always forget exactly all the DJs that were playing. But I remember AD DJ was playing that night and a couple of guest DJs. And it's not always that you have an event that every DJ kills it and busts everybody's brain like that. So it was going on and on and on and on. And then it got to a point, even as a hype man, I was running out of words. Because they would do some transition, some catchy, and then someone was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Yo, that was crazy. Yo, oh, that was sick. That was this. That was this." Now I'm running out of words. So at a point, shout out to DJ Breezy because he has this tagline that says, "You're a fool for this one." So I actually said that, "Yo, you're a fool for this one." And then he did another thing that was even more impressive than the one before. So I just stopped. I just gave up and I was like, "Are you mad?" I just said that in the mic. I was like, "Are you mad?" And for some reason, that got a reaction out of everybody. And I think there were a couple of UK-based people in it. And it's already like something that they say. And they thought it was a shout out to them. So then they reacted to it and everybody reacted to it. So I said a couple more times, I let it go because I don't actually see myself as somebody. I always see my brand to be a clean brand. I want it to be a clean brand. So I don't want things that are provocative. So me, I just discarded it. Unknown to me, people like Nanaya and other workers at front back thought it was fire and they were spreading it around. So from my point of view, I come back the following week and everybody's greeting me with "Are you mad?" Everybody's saying, "Are you mad?" It happened for maybe 2-3 weeks where I was refusing to say it on the mic. And people will literally come for the mic from my hand just to say, "Are you mad?" So at a point, I had to give up and just accept that, okay, my name is "Are You Mad" now. So let's just proceed. That's basically how it happened.
Interesting. I actually thought it was because of the whole UK slang thing.
It was an accident. It was a total accident. I would have, and I always say that if I was given a chance to like pick a tagline, I wouldn't pick "Are You Mad?" But yeah, but now it makes sense because for those that don't know, it means "Are you making a difference?"
Unexpectedly.
Yes. You know. Yes. Are you making a difference? We're trying to make a difference.
So let's delve straight into business now. So the hype man, MCN profession, over time has witnessed evolution. Right from being in the confines of a club to just a regular, maybe open parties and stuff like that. Onto big stages, onto more prominent events. People have come to embrace it now. It has cleared that widespread assertion that this is not something that one is supposed to do. Now, it's a place where it's looking more attractive. In total, it has experienced a facelift. How do you feel? How do you honestly feel about that experience and being a part of that journey?
I think it's the greatest thing to have ever happened to me, because I had a job. I had a 9 to 5 job where I'll go to work, clock in 8 in the morning, wait till 5 p.m., sometimes do overtime. And as much as I loved that job, there was always like a calling of, this is what I want to do. So at a point, I had to make a decision to actually quit my 9 to 5 and focus on the emceeing and the hype and even getting into radio. So the thing is, from the beginning, it was very difficult to make proper money out of it, because even when someone is booking you, they feel like you're just a plus. I don't really need it, but because we want the thing to be extra, let's get somebody who come and shout. Let's get somebody that. So for the thing to get to that point where every big festival, every event is requiring it, then it made my decision to quit my 9 to 5 make sense. Because what if it didn't move in that direction? I'll have to go back, because I won't survive. But at least every weekend or even during the week there are events. So I'm very, very happy that it saved my life, is basically what I'm saying. Because that would have been a poor decision, wouldn't have aged well. But I'm very happy with where it's going. I think there was a point where people would disrespect music artists. Now we've gone to a point that the likes of Sarkodie, the likes of Stonebwoy have done things to the point that now you don't have an option but to give an artist their respect. There was a conversation around DJs. And now we're getting to the part where we are like, okay, an MC or hype man is not just somebody random. You have to give them that respect. So I'm very happy that it's headed in that direction. And I hope it doesn't mess up, because it happens sometimes.
You hope it has come to stay.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
So, did you see the future? Did you ever think that you were going to be in this field at some point?
Growing up, I had very different aspirations. This whole MCing hype man thing was never part of the plan. At best, I wanted to be a public speaker at some point in my life. I always had interest in TV, radio, but MCing, hype man, no. I didn't even know what it was for the majority of my life. It was when I was on campus, University of Ghana, that's when I realized, because I wanted to be a formal MC and try and find my way into radio. Then I came to realize that on campus, most of the events are party-based, are more informal. That's why I understand that, you can have like a prim and proper, a formal MC, and you can have an informal MC. Because on campuses, they want informal. They want you to give energy. They want you to be hyping them up. So I had to learn that on the job, because I saw other people doing it. And I realized that how many events are even happening where an MC comes like how Chris Atto used to. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the... if you do that on campus, they won't mind you. So you have to find a way
to speak their
language. So I had to learn through that whole trajectory and then find myself to do that. So like it's something very awesome that I just discovered along the way. I never had the vision that, this is it. But when I found it, back then, if there was a party flyer, you would see at best the name of the DJ. Big shouts to Commotion Promotion. He was the first MC that I saw his name on a flyer. Like maybe Playhouse Party, and then normally they'll just put DJ Pizarro, DJ this, just that on it.
Judging from an African home, I'm sure you know where this
I know where you're going.
Have they come to accept this part of you now? I mean, your parents.
Oh, now they have. But there was a point where my mom, especially, God rest her soul, she was very much against it. And she actually showed me Pepe small, just because I won't listen to her advice. Because I'm originally from Kumasi, came to school, University of Ghana, and I discovered this thing when level 200 to 300. So when I discovered it, I was like, this is it. So I wanted to work. So I worked in an agency, Echo House, right after. And I wanted to work with Echo House because Echo House was also the same company that was responsible for the events. But I was working on the digital side. Number one, is it Form 4? Yes, I think that's her education level. So explaining digital social media and digital marketing to her already was a headache. That come and add MC in a Hypeman. So she was like, come back to Kumasi. I'm going to find a job for you in Kumasi. And I said, no, this is what I want to do. But the funny thing is, when you're a kid, you don't realize that your whole life is in your parents' palms like this, because now I'm done with school. I need to find a place to stay in Accra. I don't have money to rent. The job that I found is not paying me enough to rent. So I have to call home again to the same parents that told me, come back and work, that please give me money to rent. And then my mom said no. So I was technically homeless for about 6 months in Accra, where I was staying in friends' places and stuff. And big shouts to the people that helped me down, because I stayed on campus for a bit. I was sneaking on campus, went to stay at a place called Kuntunse. Kuntunse is on the way to as past Amasaman, almost to mid the end in Sawam. And that's where I used to live, and I used to come to work to Jolo every day and back. That was the first time I was sitting in a Kumasi car. But I'm not going back to Kumasi. I'm sitting in a Kumasi car to get off, to go home. Yeah. So that was so I had to go through that. And the thing that changed their mind, it was something I didn't expect. So it's two things. Number one, I stopped asking for money. Number two, they saw me on TV. Those are the two things that they needed to change their mind. When I stopped asking, because occasionally I'll call and be like, my money finished. I know I don't have anything else. Then I'll cry small. Then they'll send me no coffee. So it got to a point. Now I was getting small gigs here and there. Now I'm not calling home asking for money anymore. Now I've gone to a point where my mom heard that I was sending my dad money. And then she was like, hey, I heard that you're sending your dad money. And I was like, yeah, it's like, where's my own? And then I started to send both of them money. But then that was killing me. And I was like, I beg you, I know we're there yet. And they were like, okay. They was like, but you're okay. And I was like, yeah. And then, so at that point, they stopped complaining small. But occasionally, they're like, what are you really doing with your life? I don't understand what you're doing. This job thing you're doing, I don't understand. Then, funny enough, I think about a month or so, they went to church. And everybody at church was like, I saw Kojo on TV. I saw Kojo on TV. And they were so proud of that I saw Kojo on TV that now, because now you're not taking our money and then people are proud of you, then that was it.
Wow. This is getting interesting, but let's go on a break. When we come back, we have more for you. You're still watching Talkertainment right here on GhanaWeb TV. Don't go away. And we are back from that quick break. If you just joined us, you're watching Talkertainment right here on GhanaWeb TV. And we are still chit-chatting with the man himself, Kojo Manuel. Before we went on break, we're talking about your journey and everything. I'm sure people out there that know you that do not know that background will get to appreciate the hustle more.
Yeah.
So they don't get to see things on a silver platter now that it's
never simple. It's funny to me when people think I don't think anything is simple. So anybody that's successful in any way, I always know that definitely there was some kind of struggle in there.
Speaking of success, what does it take to be a successful MC and Hypeman in today's era?
Even being an MC or Hypeman that would post videos of you MCing, of the things you are doing, was even so special. It was really exciting for people to see that, oh, you're an MC or you're a DJ and you are posting videos of yourself on the stage, on that stage. It was impressive. But now it's like a requirement, you know? Yeah. So the standards have sort of switched, you know? But I think that aside, consistency is the most important thing. Consistency. Because people look at it like, oh, right now, people look at me that way, and it's weird to me. People look at me like, yo, you are so huge. And I'm like, no. Because once people see you, their expectations are to the roof. Because they are counting everything that they know you've done. But you realize that I did all those things with time, over time, consistently. So if you are consistent and you are professional, there's a notion that when you're working in a creative space, you don't have to be on time, you don't have to be decent, you don't have to, speak the right way and all of that. No, the thing that I think I've been blessed enough, and I'm not even going to make it look like I finessed it from beginning. Some of these things I didn't even realize I was doing it. My thing was because I was coming from a formal MC's background before people came to know me as a hype man. Number one, speaking well is important.
Yeah.
So if a brand person is looking at you and thinking about, I want someone to talk about my brand a particular way, and you are an MC or a hype man, and your subject verb agreements are fighting with each other, they are not going to go with you. So it's consistency, being professional, and treating the job like a job and not a hobby.
Yeah.
If you treat it like a hobby, you have that instant gratification of feeling like I'm there.
Yeah.
Because you played 1 or 2 shows. And you always have those 1 or 2 people that are constantly book you. But for you to be on that platform, that big level, it always comes. And mine is like the best of examples because I didn't really know a lot of people. And I'll be honest, a lot of people that booked me were people I didn't know. And that's my big flex. That's my big flex. Yeah. Because it wasn't like, oh, I have a friend that works here and that person's booking me. Most of my bookings, apart from Echo House, which I worked in, all the bookings that came out of that were like people I didn't know. People that saw me from a distance, like, let's book that guy. And sometimes, even when the call comes, I had so many of these calls, especially maybe just before COVID, like 2019. I'll get a lot of calls like, oh, so we've been doing this event for about 3 years. Last year, we booked this MC, but people were not happy with what he did. So we decided to call you. I got a lot of those, 2018, 19, a lot of those calls because it was like somebody got the opportunity and they messed it up. So let's go to Kojo Manuel. Then I do my thing, and the next day they call me again. The next day they call me again. And that's how it works. So when you're consistent and you try to keep like a particular level in every business, in every line of work, you need to be focused. And this job, the distractions plenty. Yeah. As a young man, you are seeing things. You are seeing things. And it's not easy to be focused. Yeah. It's not humanly possible to say that small no will touch you. It will. But it's about how you manage it.
Yeah.
Because if you know where you're going, there are certain things that you won't let it offend you so much.
I want dire challenges, not the light ones.
Okay.
Very, very dire ones that you have encountered in this. It could be stigma. No, should I say stigma? It could be whatever, but very severe challenges that nobody talks about when you're working in this field.
Oh, the truth is, because everybody has a perception of you because of what you do, whenever you meet people, there are people that expect you to be the most, what's the word I'm looking for? You're like the most rough person because you expect you to be loud. They expect you to be engaging in a lot of, I think the best way I can do, like, think about Diddy. People look at you like, you're engaged in all kind of crazy things. And unfortunately, I was raised in a very Christian home. So there's still a part of me that wants to live that normal life. And that's why I keep my private life very, very far away from this. But regardless, if you meet people, they treat you like you're an outsider. And that runs through everything. So sometimes my personal life, and a lot of MCs and DJs will attest to this, like, your personal life is always in shambles. That's why it's so beautiful to watch the likes of Stonebwoy and Dr. Louisa and stuff, because it's beautiful like that, because it's not common. I'm being honest with you. It's not common. And I think aside the personal life, people treating you a particular way because of what you do, there's also the monetary aspect of it. Where I've had someone tell me to my face that you I will never ever book you. I'm never getting a book. You're never stepping on the stage ever.
Why?
So today I don't even know why. But the beautiful thing is, the person saw me on another stage and changed his mind. That was the beautiful thing about it. But then think about the number of people who, for whatever reason, just look at you and just have a perception of you. So you meet different energies. And if you don't check your own energy, you start acting like a madman. Because everybody treats you like, most of the time, like you're less of a human being. Even your job is like, oh, we need someone to come and shout.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you be talking, they come talk. And some of these statements, you are being told to your face. Oh. But if you vex, it's a problem. Someone can book you for an event and tell you, according to the contract, you sign a contract. There was one instance where I wasn't even the one that initiated a contract conversation. I was going off of relationship with the person because I was like, oh, I know you. So the person met up and brought a contract. And even me, I was like, oh, I thought like, I said, okay, but business is business. According to the contract that he sent me, I'm supposed to get my money the day before the event. The money didn't come. I still went to the event because, oh, we know each other. We get there. He's like, oh, you get the money the minute you get here. I get there. He's like, oh, the event is not, the other MCs are not doing well. So please, you help us. The money there, you get the money. I'm like, cool. I go on stage. I do my thing. I'm done. I'm like, Charlie, what's up the money? So Charlie, right now, cash no demo, but I'll send you mobile money tomorrow morning. Cool. 1 week goes by. I'm like, bro, what's up the money? This person went around telling people that I am difficult to work with because I was asking for money that you promised you would give me.
And you signed a contract too.
That you signed a contract too. You understand? So like, it's not fair. It's not a fair environment to deal with. And if you lash out, they will tag you the bad person. Yeah. If you leave me there, I have a billion things to say about this.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No, what intrigued me is the part that he rather brought a contract.
Yeah.
Knowing fully he's not going to
he's
follow
not ready. Up. Yeah. But I'm going to a point where I work with a team now to avoid these things happening. But then I pray that a lot of people also, other MCs and other DJs can also get to that point where they won't have to deal with the things that we dealt with coming up. Because you have a team that will go through, even a lawyer can be a consultant to make sure that you go through your things and make sure everything is right.
Your wealth of experience so far about all these things, what are some of the things that you would propose to be done in order to prevent some of these things? Like you said, you are working with a team now. So which other things do you think it should be legally binding? Because you're an artist too. You get it? Yeah. So if they are doing that with artists, I think that's what is going to make it more for people to respect. Because whether we like it or not, this has come to stay.
Yeah.
So we might as well just bring something up to kind of protect it so people would not mess up. Like,
I think the industry has to grow out of the spaces in now. And I remember doing an interview at some time back, I think a couple of years back, where I said that if you don't hold Dirty December well, we will lose it.
Yes.
Because Dirty December is one of the things fueling this industry to begin with. But I feel like the authorities when it comes to the creative space are not doing enough to help it. Because there has to be talent management and a lot of other entities that will guide how creatives move. And if you have enough talent management agencies, enough government sanctioned, checks, for lack of a better word, to pump into the industry, then people would make more money. And the more money you make, the more you'll be able to afford, a team, a manager, and all of that. But most people are moving hand to mouth. They're moving hand to mouth. But we forget that from the DJs to the MCs to the dancers, forget about the artists. Because the artists are getting their royalties, they are fighting for their money, blah, blah, blah. But then every other person there is the reason why the industry exists. Is the reason the industry, we are not pumping enough. And people don't even see the value. People don't even see the value. Like, you're an MC, you're a DJ, so what? Like, oh, hey, you have a manager. Like, if someone calls me and I like speak to my manager, then it becomes a whole fight. Oh. So now you have to now manage people's emotions and people's feelings, because if like we are here, we were chatting off air and all of that. If you wanted to do something and then you called me and then I said speak to my manager, I'd be like, oh, but we were vibing the other day. I thought we were cool. But if you go to someone's office, you probably won't behave like that. But yeah, I feel like we need structure to simplify. We need structure, and we need resources being put not just on the artists but also other talents, because there are a lot of people that are stars, even TikTok influencers, that can move things, and they don't have to be artists. But we are so artist focused that it's not helping the rest of the industry.
How lucrative is this business, aside of the ills that you just spoke about?
Yeah.
And from what you've said and from what I've gathered so far, you know as much as I know that this is paying more than the 9 to 5 you were doing.
Oh, hey, that's where you're going with this. I didn't know.
So how lucrative has it been? So it will be a testament to maybe other people who would want to venture.
I also think that sometimes everybody then how their pockets they look like, and what their brand attracts. I would say definitely I enjoy doing this one, so the passion speaks for it. I mean, the fact that I can get a gig that pays someone's salary, that's like someone's salary in a business in a night, does not mean that the job is so consistent that I'm going to make that every month. So it's on and off.
It has its seasons.
It has its seasons, because the money I make in December, June and July no go fit fight that money at all. You understand? The money I can make in a week in December, I probably can't make that money in the whole of June or whole of July. But then it's like that. So as much as it can be lucrative in certain seasons like Christmas, Easter, sometimes even if you are that type of host around Valentine's and all of those times, you're good. But then it has its seasons. So even if you make a lot of money in December, that same money will keep you alive till the next December. So yeah, but it is lucrative. If only we had like 3 Decembers in a year, then I can really ball. But
don't you do weddings and stuff?
Yeah, I do weddings and stuff. But then I do more parties, concerts, even end of year parties, even because weddings come and go every couple of months. You get one, or every month you can get one wedding. But I think when the popularity comes from the party angle, there are people that don't even know that I'm capable of doing their weddings.
Yeah.
There was a bride and groom that were fighting with their parents because the parents knew of me through Caps and Bass and would hear me say, "Are you mad? If you know the vibe, you know the inside and all of those things." And they're like, "This is the guy I want as the MC." And then the parents were like, "Hey, you want to come and disrespect the people at the place?" And I'm like, "Please, so let me speak to you people directly. I beg. It's not every event that we say, 'Are you mad?'" I have done events that I'm even not allowed to say because we had to sign NDAs to do those events where heads of states were present. I am not saying, "Are you mad?" in front of a head of state. You understand? That's why I've gotten to where I've gotten to, because you need to know the time and place to say certain things.
Yeah, the client.
If it's a campus show,
forget it.
Let's go. If it's a party in someone's house, forget it. If there are dignitaries, we measure it. I did a Bank of Ghana event. I think it was a party at Polo Beach. And even when I said, "Let me hear you say hell yeah," they came to please. You can't say hell yeah. And then it's like, and then they're like, "Oh, you can say yeah. Yeah." But then the funny thing is, at the end of the day, I changed their boss's mind to accept that way. That is a more informal environment. But in a more formal environment, as an MC, you need to do your research to know that this is not a place to say that or do that.
Where did you receive your biggest paycheck?
It was an undisclosed event. It's an event that I had to sign an NDA, and they had to take our phones away from us.
Oh wow!
Yes, okay. So you couldn't even take a snap or anything like that during the event. Yes,
even you couldn't take anything about your performance there.
No,
is that private?
Is that private? The videographers and the photographers took all the pictures and everything, but they were all sanctioned to do that. And even if you take their contact, and I knew 1 or 2 of them, after the event, I'm like, Charlie, they said no. They said we can't release it, and the pictures never came out.
What the hell?
Yeah, that I think I've done about 2 or 3 of those. One of them was the biggest paycheck. Yeah. I don't know if that you're expecting like you're expecting a more known event.
You and Virus Q was at TGMAs. I think that's your first time being on the stage.
Yes.
So you've been on equally big stages.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing to you that's like a major.
You don't understand how big and important that one was for me. And I want people to understand why it's important. I was actually pushing for this to happen. Luckily for me, there were people also parts of the Charterhouse team and the TGMA team who felt the same way, who were even actually pushing for this as well by the time I asked about this. So that was the first time there was a DJ Hypeman session on the TGMA or Ghana Music Award stage ever. So guys, sometimes they don't blow your trumpet, so if you blow your own. I've set record. Make you people know come later, come talk, say Kojo man don't do anything. If I don't do anything, safe. First ever DJ Hypeman session on a Ghana Music Award. And that's the biggest night when it comes to music. So yeah, it was very, very big for me. So I had to wear the suit. People couldn't recognize me because I was wearing a suit. But if you go to the shows where we sign NDAs, you see me in suits a lot.
Hey! Those shows. Well,
yeah.
We'll talk about it after here. We're almost here. We're done. Almost. But let me ask this very one question.
I feel like this is some drama.
What is the wildest rumor you've heard about yourself?
Oh, the wildest rumor. Someone sent me a voice recording of people talking about me. And they said that I was dating a very popular celebrity in Ghana. This particular female celebrity is one of the most notable people in Ghana. And as at the time this came out, I hadn't even met her yet.
Who is she?
They said I was dating this person, and that person, I am actually sort of a fan of what she does. But then I never fool all those things. I would never fool all those things. Whether it's true or it's not true, I don't. It's my personal life. I don't want people to. Yeah.
Okay. Your final words?
My final words. First off, so I've been featured on Pepper Them remix with Lali and Lola and LST from Maven Records Nigeria. It's out right now. So yes, you hear my voice in the back. Are you mad? Cho cho cho. We dey work, you dey talk. You see, when we are working, people just talk. They talk too much. Sometimes the talking is just plenty. You just have to work. What else? Also, big shout out to everybody supporting Caps and Bass. We did our first outside of Ghana show in London. And I just want to tell every MC out there, every hype man, find your place. Don't do it because other people are doing it. Hype, they come, they go. Hype, it go come and go. But if you have substance, you'll always be there. And it actually makes sense to be there for a longer time than to have hype and then tomorrow everybody forgets who you are. Yeah.
Since he's just a media personality as I am, I want him to wrap up the show for me.
In fact, but it's not my fault. It's the first time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is where we wrap things up. I just realized my voice changed. I didn't know I had a different voice for it. Okay, so this is where we end the show. This has been Talkertainment. I'm here with Elsie. My name is Kojo Manuel, king of the MRC. And of course, catch us on the next one. Are you mad? If you know the watch, you know stay inside. Okay?